Hey, you guys, it's Bernadette. We're going to talk about overcoming some of your resistance to accomplishing the things you want. So, I give you guys a minute to get here while my daughter shares this. I've got term life shortly. So, I wanted to jump on here real quick and just give you guys a couple tips for overcoming. Valkyrie, you're here. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was just thinking about you and praying for you. Hi, Janine. I know. And they're wearing out. So, yay. I'm so excited just in time for term life. All right. When we get done with this, I want to talk to you. All right. So, I've had a lot of calls the last couple of days about people feeling very stuck and very, very confused about their lives, the direction they're going, and trying to get themselves moved in the right direction. So I want to talk to you guys about that and give you a couple tips. Hi, Lola. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Jeff. So good to see you guys. Hi, Heather. I took a quick little nap. I took a shower. I completely reset my day because we do have Charm Life tonight and because I've been got up really early and I was so tired. Hi, Ashley. All right. So make sure you guys share this on your timelines to encourage other people and to empower other people, because that's why I'm doing this for you guys. A couple of people have asked me, like, you do so much and you give so much. Why? Part of the reason is because I really, I know that in order for you guys to keep moving forward, you need some encouragement, right? You need some kind of daily reminders, and ego is super loud right now. And it's always good to have that daily connection point. So I try to come on here as often as I can to empower you, to inspire you, and to give you messages from spirit. And it's always it's super good for me because it does remind me too to keep my head in the right place. Hi, Danielle. Welcome. Hi, Carmen. So the things that keep coming up for people is this feeling like, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm not going in the right direction. I'm second guessing myself. How many of you guys for the last week have been feeling that? And especially the last few days, just this, since we've built into this Mercury retrograde, the new moon, Uranus and Taurus. I mean, there's so much energy, and a lot of people are doubting in themselves, or they're second guessing. And hi, Jackie, not necessarily feeling like they know what's coming next. So as I was showering, where spirit loves to talk to me because there's no escape, there's no distraction, there's no social media when I'm in the shower, spirit gets my full attention. And spirit was saying, remember the number one thing that you had to overcome when, especially being a psychic, when I was pushing forward in life and learning and spiritually waking up and becoming a powerful creator in my own life, right? Hi, Christopher. I almost called you Christopher because I was reading your first and last name at the same time. My apologies. So one of, and if you've been meditating and studying, if you are intuitive, if you are an empath, one of the worst things that we end up doing to ourselves, one of two things, but the worst thing that we do is we future trip. And what that means is we push our consciousness into the future and we try to figure out what's going to happen, good or bad. We want to know what's coming, right? We get into all of these scenarios in our heads of totally like, what's going to happen next? Where is this taking me? You're imagining worst case scenarios. Sometimes if you're really good at it, you can imagine the best case scenarios, but then your ego steps in and goes, oh no, what if? And then you go through all of the what ifs. That's called future tripping. You're no longer focused on what you're doing in the moment. Your head is building these fairy tales, and they're not even fairy tales. They're like nightmares, right? They're like horrible things. And it's so funny because I've said this to, I can't tell you how many people in the last week, like, you keep thinking worst case scenario. And a lot of times our brains, our neural pathways are so focused on and set on avoiding bad things happening that we focus on what could go wrong, right? But here's the thing that you need to remember: that which you focus on grows. This is just the law of physics. This is scientifically proven. Whatever you focus on grows. Whatever you focus on takes physical form, not necessarily in the physical form that you're thinking. Like I was telling my daughter, because she's moving, right? And she has service animals. And she was worried because her doctors messed up the letters and they had to sign the lease. And we went through this at her wedding too. Hi, Lauren. And the doctor messed up the letter and she needed it the next day. And right before Charm Life last week. So this time last week, I got a phone call and literally had to mute because it wasn't 5 o'clock yet. And I didn't want to hang up on her. She was having a freak out and she's like, they screwed it up. It's not going to get done right. Oh my God, what's going to happen? And then we're going to have to pay for the dogs until we get this straightened out. And then what if they don't approve? I mean, she was rapid on a rampage about the future of what could go wrong, what is going wrong, and oh my God, in her mind. How many of you do that and have been doing it, right? Like trying to control chaos, projected, not real chaos, projected perception chaos in your head, and it makes you spin out of control. That is future tripping. Hi, Belinda from New Zealand. Nice to see you. That is future tripping at its worst. And I try, because I'm her mother, I try not to talk her down from that. But I had someone else that I talked to that night too, after Charm Life, about that very thing. It's like, you're so used to focusing on what could go wrong. You're focusing on what, the bad things are, the negative things, what you're lacking, that there's no chance for you to even perceive or bring in more good, because that is what you're growing. You're growing this fearful thing. Did those things happen? No, none of those things happened. In fact, her doctor called her the next day. They fixed the letter. She got her lease signed. Everything went through. Bing, bing, bing. They're moving and everything's taken care of. So the hours upon hours, and she has anxiety and PTSD. So she worked herself into a spin, which was already coming because of some other things that had happened, like being at the mall and there was a shooting, and then almost going to a store, but changing which store they went to in a different city because she had the intuition that what if there is a shooting? And sure enough, there's a shooting at the Target that they didn't go to. So there was all this buildup and it was coming. But because she's used to focusing on what could go wrong, truly, that's the energy that she spun. And she wasted hour upon hour and literally woke up with what I call an emotional hangover the next day, only to say, I wish I hadn't freaked out. I shouldn't have freaked out, but I kind of felt like it was coming. Many of you I've talked to recently are doing that to yourselves because you're future tripping. You're not staying in the moment, and you're not remembering that you are a powerful creator, and that which you focus on actually grows. You need to remember who you are, right? You are not just this leaf blowing in the wind in whatever direction the wind blows. You don't need to know, is the wind coming from the north or the south? You don't need to know any of that. What you need to remember is that your faith will and connection to spirit, source energy, will always be there to guide you to be in the right place at the right time. And no matter how bad something looks, it's all being orchestrated to turn out just the way that it's meant to, for your highest good. Not too much anymore. Used to be debilitating. Good. Yay. And that's the trick of getting your ego under control. The thing about confusion, because that's another topic that keeps coming up: confusion, anxiety, not sure I'm doing the right thing, I'm second guessing myself. That is you in a place of not remembering that you are your own creator. You are creating your life. Every step and every breath, you are doing that. So you need to start to focus on, what you know to be true. Hi, Kim. What you know to be true about the way the universe works and how your life works. The more you focus on what is already working, what you have, not what you lack, what your strengths are, what you're doing in this moment, just this moment. You don't need to know 10 minutes from now. You don't need to know 10 weeks from now. You don't need to know next year. You don't need to know what's coming up next, right? In order to take a step and take a breath now, or to have peace now. The other thing that we do, the second thing that we do, is we like go get sucked into past revelry and you know, I've had this happen and that happen, and you get lost in your story, and you think because you've experienced these things in the past that they're going to just continue happening, right? I've had a broken relationship here, and I had this health scare, and I had that, yeah, this money problem, that. You think that it's just going to keep carrying forward. If you keep speaking into that, that is what you are going to create. Not because that's what the universe wants for you, or that's what the universe is saying that's all you deserve, but because you're saying this is how it's going to be. This is my story. And because this is your story and the universe says yes, this is what you're creating. That which you focus on grows. Whenever you're fearing, if that's the mass of your focus, that is what you're growing. You're growing your fears, right? If you focus on what's working and your faith and remembering how powerful a creator you are in your own life, and that everything's always working out for you, and it is, and that life is getting better and better, and that you are enough and you are worthy, and you are a unique expression of divine source energy, you will have everything abundantly flow in your life in a way that always works out for you. Can I create something for someone else that worries me? My father had heart rhythm problems. You can't create something for somebody else. You can only create for yourself. However, we can create paths for healing and paths for solutions for others by holding them in a state of wholeness in our thoughts and not worrying about them, right? Like that is one of, I think, the reasons why my dad always wants me to go to the doctor with him when he has stuff. Like he had AFib show up a little over a month ago, and just suddenly on a Friday night, and it's like, what's this little thing on my blood pressure cuff? And we looked it up, and it's AFib, never been there before. And he had been having some weird heart rhythms happening. So he went to the doctor, and then I took him to the VA the next day because AFib can create blood clots, which then can lead to stroke. And at his age, at 77, you got to be careful with that stuff. So I went to the doctor with him, and then I followed up with the cardiologist with him. And one of the reasons I think he really likes to have me there is because I keep everything calm. I listen, I ask good questions, and I see him already as healed, and he knows this. And then he cannot worry about it. So in that sense, yes, we can create some stuff like that for other people, right? We can keep them calm. I think that's why so many of you guys call me when you're in crisis, because the energy just, you know, you have all this nervous energy and I don't allow it. I just like bring it back down to zero, and I try to zero out your energy as you're talking to me. That's the great thing of working with someone who's a spiritual mentor and a clairvoyant, is I can feel into it and then just pull all the BS right out of it and channel spirit in such a way that you are spoken to, not just on a physical, audible level, but in a heart space level, right? That's the sacred container I like to create for people when you guys call me and reach out to me for counseling or readings, is create that sacred space where spirit can flow through and deliver to you the energy you need to remember who you are. Like that's, I think, my job in like a nutshell, is that I'm here, yes, to divulge wisdom and knowledge, but also to just create a space and be a vessel for spirit, for source energy to come through and deliver to you the remembrance of who you are. It's not that I'm making you be something, right? I'm actually just reminding you and poking at you and going, you're divine. Remember that. Stop focusing over here. Stop it, right? If you don't like the smell of the pile of shit, over here's a whole bunch of sunshine and no piles of shit. Which one are you going to focus on? I prefer to clean air. Like, stop doing this over there. What we fear the most of the time never even happens. You guys would be amazed at some of the things I hear from people that they're afraid of. You know, I'm just afraid that this is going to happen. People that get into good relationships, brand new relationships, just afraid because I was cheated on, it's going to happen again. It's like, Oh my God. No, don't put that into your new relationship. Do not hold the sins of another against a new partner. Horrible to do that. Like, I'm not going to do that, not from day to day, not from relationship to relationship. I don't know how many times I have set out to do something like, a new eating lifestyle, a new workout routine. And 3 weeks in, I'm just like, I'm going to cheat. And then it all goes out the window. But I don't have that thing in me anymore where I think, I failed so many times at this, I'm just going to quit. There are good times and there are not so good times. There are challenges and there's struggles. And then there's times when things just flow. But you don't quit just because you had a backslide, right? Only accepting sunshine from now on. Exactly. And that is how we need to be. People can be any certain way, and I bless you and I support you. If you want to stay in your victimhood or you want to stay in that low vibe, right? I'm going to support you in it. I'm not going to judge you for it. I know we each need to hit a certain point in our lives where we're just ready to receive all the goodness in the universe. And I hope that you will do that for yourself. But until you're ready, I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to cheer you on. And when you get tired of it, I guess you guys just won't watch me anymore. Go watch people who want to complain. I know there's a bunch of them. It's been a good day. It's been a really good day. I'm glad I took a nap and took a little bit of a time out from everything, because I woke up several times last night, had really intense dreams and lots of messages. And then I was working on stuff for my store today. Got some new designs up and had to take client calls today. So it's been an interesting day, but I'm catching up from the week of dentist appointments for Bella. So this is just a reminder for you guys. All right. Don't future trip. Don't do that, because it's not, most of what you're going to future trip into probably won't happen. If you're going to future trip the best possible scenarios. That's called envisioning. That's called imaging your life, right? But we still can't get lost in that. We have to actually take action in the present moment. Do that. Don't get lost in the past. Don't future trip. Those are the two things. And remember, I'm going to say this again before I jump off of here and go. That which you focus on, you cause to grow. Not the universe, not the devil, not your ex, not your haters, you. That which you focus on, you cause to grow. If you're focused on fearful things, that is what you're causing to grow. If you're focused on things that are empowering, inspiring, life affirming, that's what you cause to grow. Focus there. All right. I love you guys. I will see you later. Charm Life, I will see you guys a little bit before 5 o'clock. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day. The energy is super potent right now. You may have to take a little bit of a breather, because I can tell you guys it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. Right now, I'm on an up cycle for today. Earlier, I was just like stripped of all energy, had to take a nap, took a shower, started over, and here I am. And it's going to be a good evening, like super productive. So go with it, flow with it, and have a great day. See you guys later.